Okay, we are going to do another favorite things video. It has been a very, very, very long time since we did one of these. I can't even remember when. We've talked about doing it for months, but it's hard for both of us to get together and have quiet and assemble things. So we have a lot to share with you because it's been so long.
That's right.
And I thought we need to get this out right away because some of these might be good gift ideas for you if you are feeling stumped for somebody, because they're all things that our family has really enjoyed over this year and beyond. So Jason picked some and I picked some, so that's going to really vary a lot in our choices because we're pretty different. But we're just going to randomly get started. And I will put links for all of these things in the description box. Some of our links are affiliate links, which helps us because it's the same price for you, but the company will give us a little bit
associates us as a referral or something like that.
So they'll give us a little bit of something, credit or something.
But if you feel uncomfortable about that,
just
don't do it.
Just Google them or whatever you
Google
do.
It,
okay.
Get the name.
So let's start first of all with a giveaway that's also with a favorite thing that's also a giveaway. You know how much we love Shepherd's Crook coffee. This is some friends of ours have their own.
I'm cheesy enough to have my cup in it.
You can buy their cup too. So we talk about them a lot because we just love their sweet family.
They're awesome.
We first met them at a Homestead convention a couple years ago, and we loved their coffee and them. So this is their new to us, holiday blend. I don't know when they started this one, but this is the giveaway. So you get to have a fun giveaway on this video as well.
So when we're talking about favorite things, let's talk a little bit about the holiday blend itself.
Yes.
All right?
Yes, tell us.
So if you guys have been listening enough and pay attention and you're a coffee snob yourself, you would know that my favorite blend or my favorite bean variation, my favorite coffee from them is the Honduras. So every now and then it's good to get like a break or at least a little bit of variety. And I think that's what the holiday blends and the Homestead blend, which is also very good, does and allow. So, but when we got the holiday blend, we put them side by side. Honduras still wins in my heart.
Still his favorite.
But the holiday blend's a good second, along with, like I said, the Homestead blend is really good too.
And they have a decaf as well for those of you who are asking. Okay, so tell us your favorite. Or just doesn't have to be favorite, but something you enjoy doing in the Christmas season, and then we'll enter you to win. How about that? Okay, holiday blend. Also, they, if you haven't used it yet, they had given me a code to share with you for 25% off of an order, not bulk orders, but just regular coffee. And it's good for one per email. So if you haven't used that yet, be sure to use that before it's gone. Also, while we're on the topic of coffee, we have a Keurig as the thing that makes our coffee for us, and we use these reusable pods. Have you guys ever heard of these? We have talked to so many people who've never heard of these before.
Basically, you just have a little stainless steel basket. Yes, there's plastic here. Not in love with the idea, but I'm sure they make metal ones. But the whole idea is that you put your bulk coffee inside here and you treat it like a Keurig coffee cup. Now, some of the Keurig machines get finicky with these. But there's a couple different ways to get around that. Go ahead and Google that if you haven't.
Yeah, but this is all we use for our daily coffee. Or, no, that's not all we use.
We have a French press.
Right. We often use that. Right. Okay, but if we're using the Keurig, that's what we do. While we're on the topic of drinks, my family got me this for my birthday, I think. It is a glass teapot because I also really enjoy tea. Mm-hmm. And we have loose tea. We actually grew some leaves in our garden to use for tea. Mm-hmm. So I really enjoy this. It has a little
infuser type thing.
This is what you put your loose tea in. Mm-hmm. And then you can fill it with really hot water, or you can heat it on the stove. I just have gotten a huge kick out of this thing.
Kids too, because we got to collect things that we grew, throw it in there, and actually have tea.
Yeah, so if you like loose tea,
enjoyable.
Plus that would be a really sweet gift for somebody.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to take a turn with something?
I do. All right. So if you're homesteaders or if you do anything with knives, you're probably like me, unless you're really awesome and you have stones and you just do that. You've been like searching for the better way to sharpen a knife. And, you know, we've had the two, I don't even know, what I guess they're tungsten, whatever, where you basically drag your knife through it, and those are decent. But it just felt like it would never retain the edge very, very long. And anyway, long story short,
and we've tried other knife sharpeners.
We have. And
this is the second one we've bought.
That's true.
Over
and
a while.
This one accidentally got ordered too. It's really, really funny. I put it in the cart and then put it to
think about it.
Yeah, just to talk with Julie, and I was like, you know, I don't know. And then I kind of decided not to do it, and then all of a sudden it shows up, and I was like, what?
Because I placed an order and here it came, but he was thrilled with it.
Yes. So there is a little sanding disc, sanding belt that goes on here, and then it has the different bevels for whether it's a kitchen knife or a pocket knife. This is the cheaper of the models. They've got a couple different ones where you can do a variety of angles, and it's, you know, made of metal here instead of plastic, and I just wasn't for sure that I was going to be committed to this style, so I went with the cheaper of the models. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, we've done a lot of butchering already.
We have, yeah. And so it's not something that I would have while we're butchering. You know, you have a steel for that if you want to just keep honing your blade, or again, if you want to use the pull-through ones if you're not comfortable, because every time I touch a knife to a steel, it seems like I ended up making it worse than it was. But that's a personal problem. So that's mine.
It's been good. It's been good. Okay. Switching gears a little bit. How about we switch gears?
Okay.
This is another friend item, just like our coffee. So my friend Anne Marie's husband wrote this book, and this is the first book that he's written, and he sent us a copy to read to our kids, and they loved it. So it's called Across the Battlefield, A Pawn's Journey, and it's the game of chess. So it's like teaching chess moves while you're reading and explaining why people do certain things, but it's following the pieces as if they are alive and they're talking and they have personalities. And so our kids have been playing chess basically like on the iPad. That's how they learned how to play chess. We didn't teach them really. You played with them a little bit, but
right.
That's been like their chess instruction, I should say. Experience, yeah. And so they already, when I started reading this to them, they got really excited as I was reading it because they have enough chess knowledge that it was really clicking to them. And so when we got done, I asked them, you know, would you have wanted to read this book if you'd never played chess before? I read it out loud. And they said, yes. And I said, would you have wanted to be read this book if you were an expert at chess? And they said, yes. Because it puts it all in a different light. So if you could support our friend and go buy this book, I will put a link for you. I'm sure you can find it on any book website though, and even leave a review for him, because it is hard to break your way into selling books when you have never done that before, and it is a good one. Anybody in your life who plays chess, you could get this book for them. Yeah, that's my 2 cents there.
Or if you want to teach your kids how to play.
Yeah, I mean,
because it is pretty vast. There's a lot of strategy.
And it was fun that I read it out loud to them because they were watching all through the book while you have the story on one side and then you have diagrams on the other side showing things. And so it's like the story goes here and then it switches to an explanation. So use lots of voices because this is the side that I use the dramatic voices for. Excuse you. This is the side I use the dramatic voices for, and then I'd be like this. Good chess strategy depends on making all of your pieces happy. So it's like 2 things going on at once. Okay, we're going to get too chatty on this video. I can tell already.
You bet. So while we're talking about sharpeners, or while I was, this is a Mercer knife. So, sorry.
I'll be his model and hold things up for him.
It's this way.
Oh, okay. There you go. Good luck getting it to zoom. It doesn't like zooming in.
All right.
Okay, tell us about it.
All right. So this is the knife that we have enjoyed for deboning or butchering our animals. So I have always made do before, and you can, and that's fine. I can tell you that this was like, oh man, there was a couple different sales depending on your style and the
it wasn't super expensive.
$12 is one that I saw yesterday.
Yeah.
But I think this one was like 17.
We have a friend who is a butcher.
Right.
That is his living. And
right.
He
recommended these blades, these knives, and extremely sturdy, holds an edge for a while, good grip. It's very, very handy. I mean, like it's wet, it's messy when you're butchering, and this was everything I wanted it to be. So that was great. Worth the purchase.
Good one. We also, let's do all of these. So you guys, I've talked about this so many times. I'm sure you've heard it before, but we get all of our boots now from High C, the company.
Right.
It's been a couple years.
So they do sponsor us. So
they send us boots.
Right. They send us
So we don't
boots.
get an affiliate or anything, but they just give us boots. And it's been a few years now that we have used them.
Right.
And actually, the boys went out hunting. It was really cold the other morning. They sat for a few hours in a deer stand and came back and said, "My toes didn't get cold." They were so excited.
Mine did, but I wasn't wearing their boots.
Okay, well, there you go.
Well, because Julie gave my boots away to somebody else.
You told me to. It was
no, I did not.
It was another accident.
All
okay,
right.
But I'm sure they'll send
somebody
you
in need.
Someday.
It was okay. It was okay.
But they now carry cowboy boots. Maybe they have for a while.
These are
and I just
steel
never
toe
noticed
cowboy
them.
boots.
This is the ones Leo
Square
just
toe.
got. He has huge feet.
Clearly, they're being used, right?
They are very heavy duty steel toes. So we had always just had their like mud boot kind of things.
Right.
I had a pair of their garden
Muck boots.
But he got those.
And then I actually, hold on.
Oh, but I have cowboy boots too. I should go first.
But I have steel toes.
All right, that's true. That's true. You go next.
Talking about work boots, my ankles are kind of weak, and so I require a mid top or a high top shoe for the support I need. Otherwise, at the end of the night, I'm limping really, really bad. And these are really sturdy, and they have like the synthetic version of a steel toe in here. So it's not steel toe, but it's
not really steel.
Right,
is that
right.
what's in his too, or is
I don't know. I'll have to check that out. But what I like about these is that they're absolutely solid. The thing that I would want different is like these aren't hiking boots. You know what I mean? Like if you're putting in on a lot of miles, trying to maneuver around, you're gonna be fatigued.
These are work boots.
These are work boots. So, but they're awesome for that.
Okay, and then I also got cowboy boots.
Cowgirl boots.
Cowgirl boots. And I have to say, when I'm pregnant, I have terrible leg and feet issues, and I'm still able to wear these because they're so soft and comfortable. I seriously, a lot of boots, shoes, anything, it just cuts out when I'm pregnant because of my pain. But yeah, I just wore these last night on date night. So they have all different styles. I just liked these. They have tall ones. They have more elaborate stitching, etc., etc. And the nice thing about High C boots, if you have shopped around and looked at boot prices, they are less expensive than your more well-known brands.
Correct. That is kind of what caught my eye about the company itself. That that we wanted to be associated with them, not meaning like we're that awesome that we get to choose, but really
we like recommending things.
We don't want to be the people like, okay, just send us your free stuff so that we can be sellouts.
Oh, you got overalls.
Yeah, right. Too, so what I've noticed about the company is that they're continually working on expanding their brand and what it is that they're offering. And we were just I have a pair of bibs, like working bibs, construction bibs. They were from
Walmart.
Buckeye. You got them from Buckeyes.
No, I didn't.
No?
I ordered them from Walmart because I went to Buckeye and they didn't have, it's the same brand, I think.
Okay. Whatever.
Yeah.
So she got me these bibs, and they're only bibs by name. Like when you start looking at the pockets and the depth of them and the, if you wear bibs at all and you use them for like working on stuff and that's your thing, it really kind of matters on how deep a pocket is, how convenient it is to get a pencil in or pen in, a Sharpie, because like when you're in the middle of a project, the last thing you want to have against you is your clothing, all right? And so these bibs I've actually gotten from High C again.
I probably should wear these.
You should wear these.
Do they have some belly room?
Yes. Yes.
See, I'm at that point in my pregnancy where it's really annoying to hold your pants up. I actually have these on today, which, okay, the belly, look at that. You got these for me from Amazon, but they're not like sturdy, they're just cutesy, like linen. Cutesy. Maybe I could wear those.
You could.
That might work.
Right.
Sorry.
And their size runs true, so that's good to know. And of course, with the bibs, if you're wanting to wear anything underneath them, make sure you go big on the waist. So they typically say about 2 sizes bigger than your waist if you want to wear pants underneath them, or if you just want it to be more
something warm.
Exactly. Well, or you put it over for just working purposes.
My battery light's flashing. That's bad news for us.
Okay.
I don't know if I have one. Okay, let's move. Okay, just a side note. I have never shared with you guys that I was in a devotional book for women. Was that last year? This year? I don't know. But I have an extra copy. So I thought if I'll pick 2 winners, one for the coffee and I'll send you my book.
Specifically, if you want to be...
I only wrote 2 devotionals in it, but it's for encouraging mamas.
But if you want to be entered in the book, right, you probably wouldn't want to mention that. Coffee.
Some people only want coffee. Some people want a book. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So...
I personally wouldn't.
That's true. If you're a mama who would like to win my extra copy, you can say yes to a devotional book or something to let me know. We are the lamest giveaway people.
Lamest?
I mean, we don't have anything official.
Giving coffee away?
Anyway, so Katie is the woman who put this book together, and she's the author. And she asked a lot of mamas who share on social media in one way or the other to contribute. So there's a lot of names that you would probably know who all wrote devotionals and sent them in, and I wrote 2 of them. So if you're needing encouragement, you can find it on Amazon or wherever. And I'll also send one of my extras away.
So I'm going to cut in and talk about my portable circular saw. And you like that? So I personally didn't like circular saws because I felt like they were clumsy, and I would use a chop saw and a table saw. For anybody that's tool minded, they would kind of understand why. But then there was a project that I was on that I had to use a circular saw, and then I found the love for circular saws. This one specifically is battery powered, and that's what I like about it. And it's small, so this one will only cut through a 2x4, nothing thicker, right? But it's very lightweight, and I can carry it wherever I want, and I've actually used it to prune trees before, okay? So I'm sure there's a safety warning that says don't do that, then don't do that, okay? But
it'd be a good man.
They're inexpensive comparably, and you figure out whatever your battery system is that you're running. So if your husband runs Ryobi, if you run Ryobi, whatever, then you want to get a circular saw, a small one that will fit that system. You don't want to get a different brand altogether, because that would it's just not good.
Mental note.
If
I ever buy you a tool.
So, and I don't know what they charge for that exactly, but speaking of chargers...
Oh my goodness, you're full of cheesy jokes.
Yeah. So one of the things around the farm or around the homestead, there's constant battery struggles. Okay?
Among other struggles.
Yes. And
Fence
so
struggles.
Schumacher makes a really cool intelligent charger, and it will plug in. It does both 6 and 12 volts, and it will charge anything from our diesel van to our diesel tractor,
really?
To small batteries we use to run our fuel pumps. I mean, like, it just, or our Energizer battery for the fencing. It's a 6 volt. You want to get a jump. It's been sitting around for a while.
Learn something new every day.
It's pretty awesome, and there's little lights. Very simple, very easy.
I didn't
hard
know
to mess
that
up.
we owned that thing.
An awesome thing about this system is that there is a plug that disconnects, and you can get a hardwire one. So if this is a known issue, like maybe a tractor that you just don't start all that often, you can hardwire this to your. They make the little adapters that hardwire onto the battery, and then you just take your charger and go.
No way.
A day, 6 hours, 12 hours before you're going to use the tractor, and you're good to go. It's pretty cool.
Blowing my mind. Mm-hmm. It's electric.
Boogie woogie woogie.
Here's another gift. We bought these for our boys. I can't remember when, but we are really particular about not wanting our kids connected to anything
Bluetooth
that is Bluetooth, Wi-Fi. We're a little bit wary about the possible health risks of that, but they wanted some cool watches, like these fitness tracker kind of watches.
Count
and so we found one that does those kind of cool things, but is not Bluetooth. No Bluetooth connection possible. It comes apart here. How does that
Just
come
like
out?
any of the other way.
Yes. So
And then
that's
it
how you charge
charges
it.
via
Plugs
USB.
into the wall with a
USB.
little USB
There you
when
go.
you need it charged. So they were pretty tickled about it. Of course, it has different colors and all that. And we were happy because it fits our requirements.
Correct. I want to shed some light on the subject here and
Oh, wah, wah. Sorry, you have to like nudge me ahead of time to laugh at your corny jokes.
How's that? I forgot to.
I have no idea what you're doing.
Groucho marks. Okay. It was before my time. So this is, I think I might have done this before, but this is really when something continually is something that I'm thankful for, very grateful that we have. I just want to keep mentioning it because, sometimes you take things for granted. These are the floodlights from Hella, Hella. They're the cube, and there's 4 LEDs in here. Now, there's a huge difference between the cheap LED floodlights and quality brand like Hella. And Hella, if you're off-roading, you know that Hella's a good brand and has been around for a very, very long time, very long before,
I've never heard
a long
of it.
time before.
I'm just laughing because you're like, these are the floodlights from Hella. But it's in a good way, sorry.
These are hella good lights.
This is bad.
That's a
Keep going.
90s. That's a 90s comment there. Okay. Anyway, this setup right here, these cube lights, I happen to get them because they were like open packaged, and so I got these for half price, which was really amazing. You can find them used sometimes, but even at full price, which I have 2 sets now. This is for the secondary vehicle. We're trying to figure out which one it goes on next, but. We have it mounted on our van and enjoy them and use them at night. They essentially, because we have older vehicles, they're as good as the modern day headlights, and you're able to direction them appropriate. So like what I have them doing is crisscross, and so that they go kind of a little bit into the ditches on both sides, because we're in the rural area. That helps to alarm or alert us for any deer, like the other night.
I have noticed that we own this product.
Oh.
Because when I don't like driving at night at all. But now I switch these on and I feel more confident because
And she's a changed woman.
I still don't like driving at night, but if I have to, I like those. I think it's my turn. I think you've done a couple.
I think I'm done. I don't have anything else.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Make something up.
oh, this is a heavy one. I should have put this on your side. Okay, so whenever I was a little girl, my grandma had a Dutch oven that was beautiful red color, and I always thought, when I am a big girl with my own house, I want a pretty Dutch oven. And I have one! Woohoo! Mine is blue. It's from Marquette Castings. And again, this is like similar to other brands that you might know for Dutch ovens, but a lot less. It also has a wonderful carrying case that's very secure.
Insulated.
I didn't bring that to show
It's
you,
pretty
but
cool. Just like you would have for a crock pot or a casserole dish.
yeah,
But
so
really
I
nice.
can take it places. Like when I took it to our family gathering and left it in the van. Not family gathering, friend gathering. We got together
Pork
with
and beans in there.
Lisa Bass's family and Katie Metcalf's family, and we were going to do this big barbecue, and I brought a bunch of food, and the whole time we're there, I kept thinking, man, I just feel like I'm missing something. Pregnancy brain. I left my whole baked beans dish in the van the whole time. Like, ended up feeding it to the animals. So anyway, it would have been really beautiful and impressive to pull this out. Got to remember that you have it. So it can go in the oven. I bake bread in it, or it can go on the stove.
Because it's about impressing people, right?
I guess it wasn't because I left it in the van. Oh, set that down. That's too heavy for me to set down. Okay, another thing. We are really picky about nail polish, just like we're picky about not having Bluetooth and stuff in our kids. We cannot stand the smell of nail polish, that, really strong chemical smell. Jason just about loses it when I would try to put it on. I'd try to put it on outside and let my nails air or whatever.
And then we sit in the van wherever we go.
We finally gave up on it. So we had piggy paint. You may have heard of piggy paint for our kids, because it's so washable. You can wash it off anything. Well, the piggy paint line also makes this brand called Sophie. And I don't know if you can see that or not. I'm not good at making it focus. But anyway, it's called Sophie. You don't really have to see it. Oh, that's so fancy, but you see, it doesn't. Okay, anyway, you can get these just off Amazon or Azure Standard has them too if you order from them. And so it's still like piggy paint, made non-toxic, so it doesn't have that terrible smell, but it lasts a little longer than piggy paint. Now, is this going to be the nail polish that lasts you 2 weeks and you can do all your dishes and milk your cows and everything and be really digging the garden? No.
That's the new commercial line. I can't wait to watch that.
It's not, because it doesn't have all those horrible chemicals that make it stick forever. However, you can put it on before a night out and it's going to look beautiful without, giving you all the toxins. So I do like that. This is another thing. This is for both of us. Look, we'll hold it together. This has been our favorite family game all year. We got this for Christmas last year. And once Jason and I figured out how to play it, which was painful, I don't know what.
We should do a video on that.
I think we were just tired. We got it at like our third Christmas party.
Right.
I don't know. It took us way too long to figure out. We looked on YouTube. That helped. But now, like when the family plays games together, it's always Azul. We just love this game.
Why is this my favorite game?
Why? Oh, you want me to answer? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a dumb reason. They're not gonna care about that.
It's great. So the reason I like this game, outside of the fact that it's fun to play, the rule states that the last person that was in Portugal gets to go first. My family doesn't always go by that rule, which is not the way
He's the only one of us
who's
ever been to Portugal. All the little kids are like, that's not fair. No, it's very fun. It's a strategy game, and you don't have to be able to read to play this game.
It's fun.
And I don't know, just from our 7-year-old, our 5-year-old likes to be on our team, but from our 7-year-old up to us, we all love this game, and we've just pulled it out so many times that I had to mention it again. Okay, so our battery died and the toddler woke up at the same time. All kinds of craziness. So Jason took her out. She wasn't happy. I'm going to share with you my last thing. We were down to the last thing. We made it that close. Had to do it on the cell phone. But first, if you are interested in other favorite things videos, we have done a lot. I have a playlist of all of our favorite things for the past couple years. Also, last year I did a video on games that our family likes for gift ideas, and also I think I did a gift idea for kids video too. I will link all of those if you're interested in getting ideas. I know for me, sometimes I just feel stumped when buying gifts for people or my kids or whatever, and so it's good to get other ideas. Okay, so my last item, it's a Danish whisk. I have thought about having one of these for the longest time, but I'm kind of cheap and I always thought, I don't need that thing. I can just use my regular whisk. Well, someone gave one to me as a gift, and it is such a game changer, not just for baking sourdough bread, but for any kind of baking. It makes it so much easier to do the job. It's more sturdy than a regular whisk. It's like, you can use it with a thicker consistency where another whisk wouldn't work. It's just wonderful. So if you don't have one, get one for yourself, but it also would make a great gift for someone else. Okay, thanks for watching.